Hello and welcome to Prudent Media. My name is Sachin Chatte and this program is all about the latest movie releases. There are two movies this week. We'll take a look at Shehzada, but first we will take a look at the new Ant-Man and the Wasp movie. There is a line in Ant-Man and the Wasp where Cassie, a young adult, says there are quantum people in a quantum universe. Now Cassie has developed a machine that can send signals to the quantum realm. Her knowledge about the quantum realm and everything quantum would have even impressed Albert Einstein. But in a Marvel movie, it all sounds like a bit of mumbo jumbo because, well, it's a young person who is throwing all those terms at us. Quantum and more so multiverse seems to be the latest buzzword at the cash-rich studio. My guess is that all the great science fiction writers of the past must be rolling in their graves on hearing the story of a Marvel film. The good thing is, they don't have to see them. Now, it was fun to see three Spider-Mans from different generations that had some nostalgia value. But as it happens, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, is the 8th film in the multiverse saga. 8th film. Not all the films delve deep into the multiverse, but still, we've had enough of it. My life doesn't really make any sense, says Scott Lang, also known as Ant-Man, played by Paul Rudd. And you wonder if he's talking about a Marvel film or his life. Now, Scott Lang has written his autobiography and is happy doing readings and cheering everyone around him. The Ant-Man that we know is a goofy character, but that is about to change as his daughter Cassie, played by Catherine Newton, develops a machine in a basement that can send signals to the quantum realm. After a family dinner with Hope, also known as Wasp, played by Evangeline Lilly, and her mama Janet, played by Michelle Pfeiffer, and her scientist father, Dr. Hank, played by Michael Douglas, Cassie gives a demonstration of the machine which instantly sends them into the Star Wars universe. Well, I'm just kidding about the Star Wars part. It actually sends them into the quantum realm, which looks like Star Wars. Now think of the Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, not the best of Star Wars. The creatures in the quantum realm look like leftovers from that Star Wars movie. I was also expecting the Imperial March to play anytime, but then there is no Darth Vader here. Now, Mama Janet has already been to this part of the world or universe or galaxy or whatever it is, and she fears for her life and that of her family. Scott and Cassie get separated and they are on their own, while the other trio seeks help from Krylar, played by Bill Murray. Now, MODOK, that's M-O-D-O-K, the killing machine with a big face and a small body, makes an appearance, but the villain of the piece here is Kang the Conqueror, played by Jonathan Majors. Now, Kang the Conqueror can shift timelines and do so much more. But the one thing that he actually wants to do, he can't do that. He can't lay his hands on a machine that will give him better control over things, and only Ant-Man can get that machine for him. From there on, there's a lot of crash, boom and bang. There are a few gags that work, and Ant-Man is ironically more appealing when he's doing funny stuff than saving the universe. Marvel fans will clearly see more value in the film compared to an average cinema goer. Unless you are well versed with the MCU, this will be just another film in the saga. If you really want to watch a fun film about the multiverse though, I would strongly recommend Everything Everywhere All at Once. But as far as the new Ant-Man movie is concerned, I'm going to go with 2.5 out of 5 stars. The other release of the week is Kartik Aaryan's Shehzada. In the very first scene of Shehzada, a baby is born in a hospital. A few minutes later, the lower middle class man's baby is substituted with a rich man's baby. Now, you wouldn't expect such an archaic scene older than Tutankhamun's mummy in 2023, but that is what popular cinema has been reduced to now. A remake of the Telugu film Ala Vaikuntha Puramulu, Shehzada is pretty much a scene-by-scene duplication, including the slow-motion scenes of the original film that starred Allu Arjun. In terms of a story about a man who discovers that his parents are not who he thinks they are, there was no novelty in that movie either. Hence, this remake at best caters to the lowest common denominator. I can understand catering to the lowest common denominator, but everything happens at such a superficial level that you can't take anything seriously in it, and a suspension of disbelief will not help either. Directed by Rohit Dhawan, son of David and brother of Varun Dhawan, this film is slightly shorter than the Telugu film, and you can thank your stars for that. Now, Paresh Rawal plays Valmiki, an employee who exchanges his newly born son with his boss Nanda's son, and Nanda is played by Ronit Roy, and for reasons best known to Valmiki, he does this. Now, the poor nurse, who is the only witness to this exchange program, lands in a coma and remains in that state for a good 25 odd years. Now, Bantu, played by Karthik Aaryan, grows up in the middle class family, unaware that he is a millionaire's son. Kriti Sanan plays Samara, a high-flying lawyer who gets impressed with Bantu after he reads out the Indian Penal Code during a fight scene in a restaurant. She changes her mind about him faster than the speed of lightning. Every masala film needs a villain, but this could have done without one. There are two brothers dealing in drugs and they are hell-bent on stuffing their drugs in the consignment of Nanda's toys. I'm sure they could have found an alternative if they wanted one. Now, one of the brothers also has a habit of carrying an umbrella all the time and even attempts a murder with it. Once, he fails. The next time, he kills the wrong guy, displaying very poor efficiency. Sachin Chatte played the grandfather in the original film and sleepwalks through his role in this one also. Since such films also need foreign locations, the scene shifts to Mauritius, again the reason for which escapes me at the moment, but there are some songs there by the poolside. Karthik Aaryan puts his best foot forward and tries to be charming and all that. But there's only so much water you can store in a barrel that has a big hole at the bottom. I'm going to go with 2 out of 5 stars for Karthik Aaryan's new film, Shehzada. Well, that's what I thought of the films that were released this week. Do let us know what you think. Do write into us. Our address is features@prudentmedia.in. And I'll be back with you next week with more movie reviews. Till then, it's goodbye from me.